Welcome to Matt the Groundhopper. Got a slightly different video for you today. I'm currently at a very blustery Gatwick Airport, and this is going to be a video diary of my trip to Scotland. Got 3 games booked, so basically the video is going to be about my journey on the plane, on the trains, the hotels I'm going to be staying in, and just basically my experience travelling around Scotland for the next couple of days before I come home Sunday evening. So hopefully you can stick with me and see what I get up to over the next couple of days. Let's go into the airport. So I've got through security, I've just come through the terminal and I've treated myself to a lounge pass. So basically when I bought my parking yesterday online, you can upgrade for a lounge pass. It cost me £22. And look, if you've never ever been to a lounge before at an airport, I highly recommend it. So for that £22 I get food, drink and coffees, as much as you want. Free Wi-Fi, plug your phone in, nice clean toilets, and it's just a very nice quiet area. You can just sit and relax and wait for your flight to be called. And you know, I would have spent probably £15 on food out in the terminal in the first place, getting my lunch. So yes, highly recommend lounge. It's just a nice quiet time before you get onto the EasyJet flight, it's going to be up to Scotland. So I've got about an hour to my flight, and I want to sit here, relax a bit longer, and I'll see you on board the flight. So I've made it to Glasgow, just walking down the main sort of for the town now. Got the number 500 shuttle bus from the airport to the city centre. That's the easiest, quickest, cheapest way to get into the middle of the town. Flight just about an hour, a bit rough at the end. I think it's the back end of a storm in Glasgow, but yeah, a bit of a bumpy landing, but yeah, just under an hour to fly from London to Glasgow. Quite incredible. I mean, was starting our descent after about 20 minutes, and the captain said, well, over the Tannoy, well, we're just going over Liverpool. After 20 minutes, it's quite incredible how quickly it gets up there. But yeah, so not bad flying. We're heading off to the main central train station now. We get the train to Greenock, and that's my first game tonight at Greenock Morton. Got a hotel booked in Greenock, just west of Glasgow. But let's go and find my train in the main train station. So most travel vloggers, they go to places like Dubai, Australia, Thailand. I'm at a place called Cartsdyke, which is the train I've taken, which is basically on the edge of Greenock for my game tonight, Greenock Morton. Quite a nice little journey in actually from the Glasgow Central. You come down sort of parallel with the River Clyde, so plenty to look out on the train. But yeah, so just been past the ground actually, Greenock Morton's ground. It's adjacent to the train line. But interesting place. I'm going to have a quick wander around before I check into my hotel. But yeah, you can see, here we go. This is Greenock. First impressions, don't know yet, we'll see. Outside the hotel, I've made it. It's right on the quayside, proper, real blustery, really cold. I mean, I was expecting it to be cold, but this is it's freezing. It's always cold on the west coast of Scotland. But so just behind me, just there, that's Dumbarton, and over there, over that way, that is Dunoon, and I've heard of Dunoon before. So that's a great thing about when you travel around ground hopping, that you get to see these little places, albeit from a distance, places you've heard about years ago, you know, set on maps and things. But yes, yeah, so it's just across the river. That behind me is the River Clyde. That's what I see on the way in on the train. So, and that goes out onto the Irish Sea, out towards Northern Ireland. So yeah, but nice little location actually for a hotel. It's quite impressed with this. But ground is about 10-minute walk just down the road. But we're just on the edge of Greenock itself. I'm not going to venture into the town today because I can't be bothered. But so I don't know what the town's like. But on the outskirts, this quayside is actually not too bad. Actually, it's quite nice. But let's go and find my room and let's check in. So there we go. Good thing about Premier Travel Inns is you know exactly what you're going to get. So it's pretty straightforward. Yeah, it's over bed. Little bed, there's your desk. Tea and coffee. And then the bathroom. There we go. And there's me. So there we go. What's the view like outside? There we go, there's the view. There you go, so there's the room. Obviously when you're ground hopping you do spend a bit of time in hotels, but I tend to go for the big chains because I mean I booked this quite a few weeks ago and I think I paid £40 for this room for the night, which isn't that bad. And as I said before, you know exactly what you're going to get. But if I booked this last night or the night before, it would have been about £120, you know, so which I wouldn't have paid. So yeah, so I always book well in advance, try and get it as cheap as possible. I do look at other chains and B&Bs and stuff, but as I say, with these sort of travel lodges and travel inns, it's the same wherever you go, and it's a bit of a safe bet really. But yeah, so this is the room for tonight, and I'm going to be heading off tomorrow, off to Clyde, but I'm going to have a little wander down to the ground now to see if I can have a look around and see if I can get inside the ground before kick-off, before I go back there later for the game. See you later on outside the ground. So I've just come to the ground, the gate's open, so I'm just going to have a quick look in. I don't think it should be in it, but it's a couple hours before kick-off. Oh yeah, you can see there's a few people in. But there we go. Greenock Morton. So if you want to see the game tonight, make sure you watch my other video, the Morton vs Dundee video. But for this video, this is the end of my journey for today, and I'll see you bright and early tomorrow, heading towards Clyde. Good morning ground hoppers, and welcome to a very, very fresh morning on day 2 of my 3-day sort of ground hopping challenge. So last night I went to Morton vs Dundee in a very, very wet Capello Park. Got completely drenched, and in the end I couldn't wait to get back to the hotel really to dry off and get warm. So that was last night. This is today, and today I'm going to be heading off to Clyde. watch Clyde play. We're playing Hamilton, but first I'm going to go to Glasgow. Got a few other bits and pieces to do. But before all that, I'm going to be having my breakfast. So I've got two options. I can either go for a run and have a power smoothie, which includes like vegetables and kale and spinach and beetroot. Or there is another option. Okay, so I went for the easy, unhealthy option, but coffee's nice and the water's quite cheap as well. So that breakfast will sort me out for the day. So my next stop is off to the train station. Well, just checked out the hotel, back at the train station. Train should be coming through any minute now. Nice hotel, you get what you expect, but one small criticism is they don't give you toilet roll in the bathrooms. You basically get wadded napkins in a container, which is a bit annoying, but that's my only one gripe about travel-ins. But here comes my train now. Great timing. See you in Glasgow.
Passenger safety information notices are located throughout.
So I got off at the Dalmarnock train station, went to turn left, had a quick look right, and I see this little ground in the distance. Celtic Park, which I didn't know was so close to Dalmarnock train station, so I thought I've got to walk down and have a look, but there we go. Celtic Park. Not watching Celtic today, but they're home to Aberdeen, but kick-off is not for another 4 hours, but there's still quite a few people milling around now, to be fair. It's 4 hours before kick-off, but yeah, so there we go, Celtic Park. Unexpected stop off on my trip today, but well worth the walk down to have a quick look, because it's my first time here. Onwards to the next ground. So just got off the train station at Dalmarnock. Just want to make a comment really about the trains, because the trains in this part of Glasgow, this sort of centre belt, you know, really frequent, like easy to get around, and the prices are pretty reasonable, and I think they're subsidised by the Scottish Government, but they're much cheaper than England, getting the train to Scotland. So the connectivity in this centre belt, sort of around Glasgow, on the suburbs, up to Edinburgh, it's actually very impressive, like, you know. I don't know what it's like for the rest of Scotland, but this part is very well served, and yeah, and reasonably priced. And I did read they're going to subsidise them further, but you know, encourages people to the trains are busy, so yeah, thumbs up to Scottish ScotRail. Just walked from, so today's walk, I've walked from Dalmarnock train station up to Celtic Park, back to Dalmarnock, down to Shawfields, and I've just walked down to this place. Here it is, look at that, whoa, Hampden Park. Located just amongst housing really, look, there's all the housing all the way around. But it's quite spectacular from the outside. I want to see if they've got some sort of stadium tours today. I'm not too sure if they're operating today. But let's go and have a look. Hopefully I can get inside the ground. Seems a shame if I can't, but there we go, look. Amazing. God, everything's so close in Glasgow, so easy to get around. I keep saying it. I've done all this on foot. But yeah, magnificent. So on with travels again. Just been into Hampden Park, done the stadium tour. If you want to see the video, please click on and see the video within the video library. Really worthwhile visit. Now running a bit late because it overrun a bit longer than I thought it was going to overrun. But obviously got the museum in the Panda Park as well, which is really good fun. But I'm now walking to Kings Park train station. Hopefully I'm not going to be late, otherwise I shall miss the start of the game. To go and see Clyde versus Peterhead, which is played at Hamilton. Made it to the train station with about 2 minutes to spare. God, this ground hopping lark tires you out, keeps you fit. I don't know how many miles I walked today, but I'd be glad to sit down. But on the train to Hamilton to watch Clyde.
Please hang up and try again.